Yeah, come on, come on. There it go. It's flowing. It look like it's working. Once again, I want to welcome everybody to the congregation of the mighty. This is Gye-Nyame Journey Media. Girl, yeah, maybe I might need to do 2 shows a day to keep you up. Anime. This is Heart of some production. This is the Daily Toast. Strive to blow up your old paradigm. You know what's up. Drink your water. Come on. Come on. Come on. Drink your water. But first, take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, breathe, breathe, then drink. Now pop the cap and get some water. Grab your glass and get some water. Lift your glass and pour that water. Get that water. Drink, 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 drink. Or should we say, live, pour, then drink. Man. Move your body, drink some water. Take your hair and drink some water. Move your body, drink some water. Move your body. Move, drink, drink. Or should we say, pick, move, then drink. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Just raise your glass. Drink, 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 drink. Should I say, live, toast, then drink. Take your breath and drink some water. Lift your glass and pour some water. Move your body, drink some water. Your hand down. Raise your glass, put your hands up. Drink, 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 drink. What should I say? Breathe, live, move, drink. Or toast. Pick your head. Take your breath. Lift your glass. Toast your ancestors. Drink, 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 drink. Raise your glass. Raise your glass. Raise your glass. Drink the water like this. Watch. Lift your glass and pour some water. Lift your glass and pour some water. Lift your glass and pour some water. Just lift your glass. Drink, 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 drink. what a beautiful day. What a beautiful way to start our week. We're jumping off real quick. We're moving quickly towards what we call Black Family Day. And then also after Black Family Day, we got the Umoja Kira move. Hope to see you there. I will be sending out invites on the Black Signal, let you know so you get your dish ready. I think that's on the 25th. Imani the 25th, I think. What was yesterday? Yesterday was hold on. Yeah. Yesterday was the 18th. So it's the 25th. And then we got Black Family Day right before that, also known as Thanks for Taking Day, Turkey Day, whatever you want to, you know what I'm saying? Sister Navita says, "Good morning, Brother Hatim. Good morning. I got a story for you. This is an old story. You probably heard it already, Navita, because you've been around. But somebody out there need this story. So I'm going to go and kick the story off. Y'all, let me finish my water so that we get right into the toast right after I get done with mine. I'll try to keep it short, y'all know. And the story change all the time. And the title of this story is Shit. Now I changed the title once again, but it's been on my mind for 2 days. I'm like, somebody needs a story. Because I got certain staple stories that I go back, stories that I created from my personal experiences. Of course, we got the folk tales that come from Aesop. I got a few that I got from other places as well. Shouts out, somebody on Gye-Nyame Journey. Is that Anubis? You back with us, brother? What's going on? But drink your water, get hydrated. I'm about to drop this story real quick. Real quick. I tell it about twice, maybe three, maybe four, maybe five. I don't know, maybe 6 times a year. Oh, Navita, you doing Gye-Nyame Journey and yourself? Go ahead, girl. That's what I'm talking about. Mm, mm, mm. Mm. We had a good point yesterday, and Sister Navita brought some cabbage and some rice. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. All right. So the title of the story, somebody out there needed. Great Umoja fam to you as well. Kwame, this is a story, you probably heard it, but this is for all the new people. The title of the story is called Shit. This is a Brother Hatim original. So um, I used to work for African Central Personal Development Shop, and my elder took me or had me go out to this prison. I can't remember where the prison was, right? And I would drive there once a week. Of course, those that know me know that I have a sleeping issue, so I fall asleep during any activity, any repetitive activity, so I have to pull over. And I will always pull over at this little farm fruit stand type thing, you know what I'm saying? He would sell vegetables and stuff. But when I started going, it was late fall, and I would pull over and I would drive this drive and I watch it go from late fall to early winter. So of course the stand was closed. But I made it a habit of stopping there. It's almost like it became automatic because I was going here for months on end. And I might have been going twice a week. It was either in Orient or it might have been. Maybe it was Orient. Well, I know, let me say this. I know it was by some mounds. Let me say that. And it was two prisons. They were right across the street from each other. The shit blew my mind. And it wasn't Mansfield. I know that for a fact. But when I went to this prison, it was two of them right across the street from each other. Well, anyway, I'm driving there. And you drive through all this farmland, cultivated land. And I would stop at one of the stands just to rest. You know what I'm saying? Wake myself up. So I have to leave a little bit extra early so I get there. And as well as on the drive back, I would stop. It was like a halfway point. So I stopped, get myself together, boom, boom, boom. So one day I pull into the fruit stand, and all of a sudden they open. You know what I'm saying? I noticed as the season changed, the food started growing. So I mean, the fruit stand is open, and I pulled in a couple of weeks, and then 1 week, great rising to you as well, segment. Right? The name of the story is shit. So go on check it out. So I pulled into the stand over and over again, and finally one day I just finally said, I'm gonna go up here to the stand so this man don't think I'm just casing the joint or some shit like this. So I walk up to the stand, and I'm looking at stuff, and he not super busy. So the old white dude look at me and be like, "Hey man, I see you from Columbus." I say, "Yep, yep. Well, I'm actually not from Columbus, but yeah, I live in Columbus." He said, "Okay, I used to live in Columbus." So yeah, that's good. So he just raising conversation, and nothing uncomfortable. But I'm like, this white dude just talking to me. I don't know RCI and see Chillicothe fruit stand is damn okay. I don't know. But I somebody just told me where I was. I'm not trying to give up no too much information. So pull up the stand and I start talking to this dude, man. This dude, like, I'm from Columbus. He's very tough. I lived in Columbus. I said, well, how you end out on the farm? He said, oh man, that's a good story. You got a couple minutes, You want some coffee? He said, yeah, I'll take some coffee. So I drink some coffee and he tell me his story. He said, man, listen, I used to work at a large company in Columbus. I won't give you the name. I used to work at a large company in Columbus, and my personal life started falling apart. It was constant shit at home and at the job. And, you know what I mean when I say shit. I say yeah, yeah. I'm going through that right now. He said yeah. I think this might help you. So one day I left the job and went home to eat. I just needed to get away, so I went home to eat, and one of my kids left the TV on. And when I walked in, it was this show that I had never seen before. And it was about a farm. It was about a New York banker that moved onto a farm. And he had a beautiful wife. And his wife went with him. I said, you talking about Green Acres? I don't know what the name. I never watched TV. I don't watch TV. I was too busy making money then. I wasn't really interested in TV at that point in time. So I said, it was called Green Acres. He said, okay, Green Acres. I sung the song for him. Green Acres, the place to be. Farm living is the life for me. Land spread it out so far and wide. Keep Manhattan, but gives me that nut countryside. New York is where I'd rather stay. I get allergic smelling hay. I just adore a penthouse view. Darling, I love you, but give me Park Avenue. You are my wife. Goodbye, city life. Green Acres. Boom, boom, boom. Y'all, some of y'all old enough to know the song, right? Boom. Green Acres with Talking Pig, right? I said, okay, cool, cool, cool. All right, all right. I said, yeah, yeah. So you saw the show and what? He said, man, I decided at that moment I was done with the company. I was done with all the bullshit. My wife was plotting on leave me any goddamn way. My kids was ungrateful and shit. So I said, I'm gonna move and get me a goddamn farm. I done made enough money. I'm gonna go and get me a farm. So I came out here and I bought this farm. I said, damn. He said, yeah, that it seemed like a good idea. But when I got out here, I didn't know shit about farming. That's some more shit for you right there. I said, okay. I mean, you kind of fixated on shit. He said, I don't know. Don't lose it. Don't get lost. I just want to remind you how many times we say shit here. All right. So all right, cool, cool. So we talking and he telling me his story, you know, and I'm like, oh man. So I'm listening to him and so he tell me about how he knew absolutely nothing about farming. He bought these animals, he knew nothing about husbandry, and he was bleeding money, right? And he didn't know what to do with all the shit that the animals was just leaving. So he would pile it up together, and other farmers will drive up on him and be like, what you about to do with that? He said, that shit again. Say, nah, I ain't about to do nothing with it. So they said, shit, we'll take it. You know, it didn't strike me strange that these dudes would come and just take shit away. I'm like, you know, I got more shit over, and they come and get all the shit I got. Till one day, another older farmer came by and said, drove by me, and he started talking with me because he saw my farm. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I had a lot of land. The property still looked nice, but he see that my shit wasn't producing anything. And he came over to me and he said, son, why are you giving away all that shit? I don't got nothing to do with the shit. So he taught me about it. And he helped me become productive. I said, oh, okay, you know, all right. So, okay, I don't know how you get productive with shit, but all right. So he started giving, he said, come on, walk with me. I'm like, you know, shit, dude. White boy, white man by himself on a farm and shit. But I mean, he really had help by this time, but I don't know about walking. You all right, you safe. You know, all right, cool. So I walk with him, and we walk, and there's a big pile of dirt. And as we get closer, it becomes apparent that that is not dirt. And my eyes start watering and shit, and I'm like, God damn. We're walking towards it, and he said, son, what do you see right there? And you know, I'm tears coming out my eyes and shit. I'm like, sir, that look and smell like a pile of shit. He say, exactly. And that's what I thought it was for years. But son, when you see shit, I see fertilizer. And when I start looking at shit as fertilizer, my whole life changed. When that old man took his time and taught me about farming and taught me about the importance of this, what you call shit, it changed my life. And I started reflecting back on when I was younger that if I would have known that all the shit that God was piling on me wasn't shit but fertilizer, I would have turned that company. It was already successful. I would have turned it into one of the most successful companies in the world. But instead, I chose to come out here and farming. And since I'm farming, I'm making it one of the most successful farms that I can because I realize that this stuff that you call shit is actually fertilizer. And son, you, you you need to start looking around your life and really start identifying the fertilizer in your life. So, damn, where you see shit, I see fertilizer. And that shit stuck with me for a long time. That's a story based on somewhat of some truth. I ain't gonna tell you what parts are true and what parts are not. But where you see shit, I see fertilizer. In our community, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of fertilizer. In some of our jobs, there's a lot of fertilizer. And if you know how to use fertilizer, it'll change your life. Um, I just felt I'd tell that because I think somebody out there needed that. You know, everybody needs something every now and then. Got to tell my old stories all the time. But yo, family, it's time for us to get the toast popping. Hold on. Could you imagine a man nowadays telling this woman, "You are my wife," and she just say simply, "Goodbye, city life." Shit, shit, shit. Man, are you fertilizer, fertilizer, fertilizer? All right, woman, we moving. We gonna get a farm. No, 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 no. Wouldn't be no goodbye city life nowadays, boy. Be a me too. Me too. Me too. He tried to move me to a farm and he cut me off when I didn't go. So right now we're about to go We're going to drink on some of this lemon, lime, and ginger. I still got to put the ginger brew together. I'm going to do that. I'm just letting this stuff age a little bit more. Actually, I've just been lazy. Let's just, and sometimes every year about this time, I got to remind myself why I get lethargic like this. One, I'm getting older, which is really not an excuse because it's people that's active that's older than me. But right now, mythically, the sun is dying. We're moving into the final throes of the male energy supremacy right now. So if you look at the year, it's divided into 4 parts, 2 major parts. One is all masculine, one is all feminine. Of course, nothing is all masculine, nothing all feminine. But the part of the year that we are in now, at the equinox, not my fault, at the solstice, at the summer solstice, right? That's the rise, the final rise of the male energy, right? The sun is at its highest point. Boom, right? So that's the jump off for the rise of male energy. And then all the way until December 21st, the energy starts seeping off as the sun falls to its shortest time, which is the birth of the feminine energy, the total birth of the feminine. The darkest day, or the day with the less, I ain't gonna call it less light because I'm trying to put in a term that don't sound negative. It's the feminine aspect. So we're moving towards that feminine aspect. Me being a Pisces, I'm susceptible to that shit. So it's like, boom. During this time of year, it's like I be getting lazy. I sleep more, and then what's crazy is right after January. I don't know if I'm gonna do it this year, but I'll be jumping up and running and shit, it took me years to figure out what was going on. Then I got into the myth of the sun, and I said, boom, okay, right around that June piece, I'll be like, and then as we move into the so-called the holiday seasons, the energy just be real low, and then boom, right at that lowest point, at the peak of the feminine energy, right, boom, that sun busts back out, and as the days start to increase, so do my, my fervor. I get excited about shit, and I run it, and it's some things that I just could do consistently, like this, um, podcasts and stuff like that I could do consistently. But other stuff I just be like, you know what I'm saying? So, all right. So here we go. First, giving honor to the creator by whatever name you choose to call the creator. We lift up. We lift up our health drinks, and we say, I say, from near family, we get to the stars of the show. Get my list. This. Of course, we salute those that came before us and those that laid the foundation for us to live the life that many of us are living today. We go Carl Miles Brown, Miss Ann, Robert Texana Davis, Herman Brown Sr., Rosalie Tilley, Georgia Wendy Walton, Christopher Pendergast, Aunt Lena, Uncle Chris, Aunt Fiend, Cleveland Geneva Brown, Margaret Ellis, Watch Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Barbara Brown, Jenny Gaines, Herman Brown II, Barbara Twiggs, Watch Ellis Jr., Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Fallar, Montague Pittman L, No More X, Sapet Mott, Ron Malika Fakur, Dr. Marianne Williams, Kojo Kamal, Elder Farmer, Elder Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusuf Weston, Elder Algeny, Elder Ron Coleman, Elder Robert Donaldson, Alfred Pro Hector Jr., J. Edwards, Carlisle Harris, Grace Lundy, Inez Harris, William, Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose, Sterling Lucy Wright, Derek L. Pullian, the Luxor brother, Miss Edith Brooks Crawley, Miss Marie Nelson, Mr. Frederick Crawley Sr., Miss Jerry Brunson, Mr. Alonzo Johnson, Miss Marie McDowell, Jennifer Foster, Charles Jordan, Kel Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Trigg, Francis Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Ford, George Gibson, Nana Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Fritz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Rinderman, Virginia Rogers, Reverend Jane Smith, Lois Henderson, Calvin Spratling, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Raymond Walker Sr., Sarah Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Carolyn D. Russell, Susie B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Melvin Dale Hodge Jr., Herman Copeland, Mildred Copeland, Jenny Clay, Bird Beatty, Sarah Weller, Vita Farmer, Agosto Sue, Shell Harvey, Aunt Charmaine, Aunt Evelyn, Theolis Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury, Senior Leonard Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas, Sarah Berry, Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thornton, Pearl G. Thornton, Ida Johnson, Florence M. Carter, Joanne Thornton, Erica Tricia Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary Eliza Frederick Davis, Mary Elizabeth Rogers, Mary Esther Keachler Reese, Linda Watson Hammonds, Jarrell Giles Watson Sparrow, Slimmy Selvin Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Pearl Moore, Percy Moore Jr., Mildred Orange, Booker T. Bolden, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stover, Hilda Pearson, Sturgeon Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lavinia Hall, Freeman Bankster, Mae Moss, Sophia Peacock, William Thornton, Napoleon Kennedy, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quells, Urania Thornton, Bernice Quells, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, Charles Bell, Vivian Ramsey, S.E. Johnson, Dorita Johnson, Leon Johnson, James W. West Sr., James Parham, Dana Jones, Henry World, James Farmer, Mary Chavez, Leon Grace, Bessie Johnson, Hattie Levester, Mary Moreland, Paul Moreland, Elder Caleb, Rosemary Martineer, Elder Amatep Wellman, Fred Douglas Triggs Sr., Thelma Triggs, Thomas and Lula Berry, Lacey and Eleanor Howe, Frank and Rustlin Davis, Fred Douglas Triggs II, Bina Triggs, Raymond Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Silas Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy May Alexander, Arthur Reynolds, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brina Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carla Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, Ellis Murphy. Summer solstice marks the height of masculine, and winter solstice marks the peak of feminine energy. You are so right, Brother Kwame. Now, because all I'm saying is that at the summer solstice, that's when the masculinity should start to fade. Right after the solstice, that's our peak. So actually, our time is between December 21st and June 21st. Women's time is June 21st through December 21st. So we got that warm part of the year. They get the cold part of the year. Congratulations, ladies, get the cold part of the year. Because Kwame said so. Now, brother, Kwame said it, not me. It's written right here for all of y'all to see. That's what Kwame said. All right. Jim Robinson, Gladys Johnson, Valerie Clark, John and Mary Sullivan, Dirk Johnson, Antonio Johnson, Delise Waters, Shelby McClendon, Annie Ferguson, William Ferguson. So, women, this is your time of the year. Michael and Charlene Morgan, Sybil Edwards McNabb, Mazarine Kofer, George Swan, Edmonia Grayson, Charles Scott, Charles H. Scott, Reginald Oliver, Linda Howard, Jacqueline Broadus, Ethel H. McNair, Lois Fernandez, Edward R. Benson Sr., Barbara Ann Reed, Dorothy Ann Reed, John Reed, Ron McCormick Sr., Sabrina Easley, Rayshawn Easley, Javea McCormick, Nevaeh Mitchell, Ozella Watson, Hugo Watson, John Caldwell Sr., Robbie Lee Caldwell, Charles Walker Sr., Charlie Walker. But we do have one reprieve. We are both even on the equinoxes. Equal amount of energy right there. That's the middle point. Charles Walker Sr., Charlie Walker, Cecil Russell, Diane Irving, Haroon Phillips, William Ford, Margaret Logan, Phyllis Barnett, Lee Urban Sr., Michael Urban, Henrietta Irby, Mildred Armstead, Margaret Armstead, Catherine Anthony, Ruby Brown, Loretta Ellis, Elizabeth Battles, Jeanette Sanders, Jerry C. Sanders, Roy Pruitt, H.J. Brantley Sr., Henry Wilson, Rufus Jenkins, Minnie Wilson, Catherine Sanders, Barbara Naeem, Tim Butler, Ramy Laura Newton, J.B. Foggy, Thomas Newton Sr., John Dewey, Ruth Beard, Ann Pierce, Donald Carter, Lily Green, Nathan Green, Beth Vaughn, Lud Alls, Elijah Alls, Jerome Alls, Henry West Staton, Joel Jamel Alls, Miss Benella, Albert Motley, Geraldine Elizabeth, Douglas Thompson, Erlington Houston, Albert Moore, Leroy Q. Heath Sr., Margaret Towns, Mary Williams, Martha Ford Dawson, Big Mama, Nanny Harris, Eva Ford, James Hairston, Mona Ann Lewis, Cornetta Lyman Lewis, John Jackson, William Dallas Lewis, Mary Francis, Chappelle Jackson, Michael Slade, Joanne Perkins, Richard Jackson, Vivian Stevenson, Lindy Johnson, Fletcher Swan, Manny Charlie Scott, Anna Casey, Thomas Coper, Doretha Ross, Viola Ross, Robert Nelson, Francis Stevenson, Leroy Stokes, Lester and Rachel Saunders, John Bowie, Alex Nixon, Eulin Andrew Baker, Patricia Edwin Brooks, Gwendolyn and Bob Hatch, Kimball Vernon, Bradley Kim, Janie Harry Tubman Cates, Spencer Sturgis, Sally Mae Baker, Ethel Baker, Creola Baker, Geneva Baker, Aaron, Nino Baby Hatch, Hatch Sr., Mally Miller, Housie Hatch, Dak Cleveland, Mother Gibson, Alice Arnold, Arthur Arnold, Hetty Reed, Charles Reed, Aunt Becker, Archie Beck, Anna McGill, Charles McDaniel, Christine Cottrell, Lee Irby, Tommy Irby, Roy Irby, Jim Gaucher, Georgia Haley Johnson, Archie and Martha Armstead, Diane Scott, Edgar Armstrong, Claire Fox, June Evans, Donna Hill, Richard Glebus, Jerry Dorr, Mina Robinson, Mary Nichols, Patricia Williams, Shabaka Teray, Greg G. Gibson, Emma McClendon, Dan Wilkerson Sr., Ruth Carter, June Cox, Paula Irving, Judy Hubbard, Irene Johnson, Francis Booth Jefferson, Stacey Trice, Frank Smith, Mother Bertha, Michael Leonard, David Brown, Hazel Gasson, Jerry Brantley, Brian Watson Jr., Kaniko Parsons, Jason Cathy, Thomas Bradley, a.k.a. Uncle Bookie, a.k.a. Gypsy, Reverend Roosevelt Word, the first, Jennifer Sensenball, Ada Pearl, Bob Ingalls, Jack Wallace, Warren M. Finch, Warren P. Finch, Tim Ingalls, Audrey Finch, William Billingsley Jr., Gene Holmes, Zeta Jones, Peter Charles, Christy Nichols, Carter Robinson, Rosemary Charles, Nalon Blair Sr., Edward Stevens, Sue Ann Stevens, Janice Carter, Michael Carter, Leon Pina Carter, Margaret Carter, William Carter, Lisa Jordan, Charles Lee Mosley, Dorothy R. Blair, Florence Evans, Pamela Blair, Ransom Evans Sr., Sam Evans Sr., Joe Davis, Timothy Butler, Charles Wooden, Penny Brown, Roy Lee Printup Jr., Miriam Johnson, Wilbur Longmire, Edith Catney, Eugene Spratling, Calvin Spratling, Phyllis Lee, DeFridas Hines, Inez Bostic, Edna Bostic, Winifred Scantleberry, Wilson Headley, Elma Hines. We lift up and we remember the wisdom, we remember the love, we remember the fun times, the good times, as well as some of the struggles with our ancestors. We lift it up and we say, Ashe. From there, we move to the present moment. I haven't done this in a couple of days, don't want to.
Damn, Rob, come on! What's the matter with you? Tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow.
Well, great Umoja to you too. Umoja, for those that don't speak the language, it's unity. Family, activate those reticular formations. Find that unity. You know, hashtag unity found. Hashtag finding my principles. Hashtag unity. Hashtag unity day. You know what I'm saying? We got to decide on the hashtag we're going to use so we can start marking this stuff up with stories, videos, pictures of what we want. What do we want to see? We have been programmed. We're actually in program. It's human nature to see the things that are a danger. It's human nature. Family, there's nothing wrong with you. That's human nature. That's how we survive. We had to be able to distinguish the snake and be able to fixate on the snake rather than the bush. You understand what I'm saying? We had to be able to hone in on things that presented a danger to us, right? But we also have the ability to look for what we want. Hence, hunting. We know how to focus, how to find, how to pick up those signals. And what I'm telling you is right now, family, let's use our hunting instinct to find our principles. We are on search right now. We are on a mission. And the mission of today is to find unity in our community. Post up a picture. Unity. The demonic principle is truth. If you would prefer to find truth, have hashtag truth, hashtag finding my principles, hashtag truth day. Get creative with it. Just let us know so we keep track of the hashtags. Because I'm telling you, one day during the show, we're going to be able to pull up the hashtag And that will be the news of that day. You understand what I'm saying? That will be the news. All right, we're gonna go to last week's Kuji Chagalia, and we're gonna pull up hashtag Kuji Chagalia Day. Boom. Kuji Chagalia Day. Boom. All the stuff that's been posted up. Oh, boom, such and such found this, such a boom, boom. There's a lot of Kuji Chagalia going on in our community right now. All right. Color is violet. If you want to find that color, go ahead. As long as you remember that that color is connected to that principle, right? I try to wear the colors of the day. I'm having issues with my washer right now, so I might not be able to, we're still going to get it done. But, all right. Mentalism, you know what I'm saying, is the Hermetic law today. All is mental. All right. Male name for the day is Quojo. Shouts out to Quojo. Quojo Bobbio. I see you out there, brother. We got female Ajua, right? I don't know. Is there any Ajuas out there today? Any Ajuas? Anybody born on Umoja? You see, I thought I was going to say that day. I already owed some push-ups for yesterday. I got to do something. All right. In the emotional emancipation circles, African Center Cultural Virtual Value System, today in Wolof, we are seeking to wrang a sense of hospitality, right? Kind ethics, truth once again. And in Yoruba, traditional Yoruba, we have suru, which is patience, right? So, we lift up our glass to this present moment. We lift it up high. We understand that our power is in the moment, and we will use each and every last one of these moments, draining it of all of its force and squeezing out the legacy for our children, right? In remembering who we come from and remembering in advance or projecting where we're going. So we lift it up and we say, Ashe. From their family, we toast our children's children onto infinity. We want to lift up our glass, right, for them in advance. Remind ourselves that when we lift that glass, remind ourselves we're going to do the work. But we also saluting them, because some of them may be our ancestors coming back. Because y'all know, we in a generational war, right? Y'all know that we come back in the same bloodline. Well, I ain't gonna say no, but I tend to think we come back in the same bloodline. When I look at some of the traditions that some of my people will follow, as far as the naming ceremonies and the names that they would choose for some of the young people, because our elders would go and look at the baby and be able to tell, hey, this such and such coming back. You know what I'm saying? I think that's still kind of flowing. All right. So, we're generational people, right? So, I'm remembering my ancestors. Now as I get older, maybe I'll be remember how some of them act. Some of them that I got on my list, I was blessed to speak to my grandparents before they passed on both sides of my family. At least my grandmother on my father's side and my grandmother and my grandfather on my mother's side. And I was able to get names, even though I didn't get to meet the people. You know what I'm saying? My grandparents spoke about their family line with great pride. You know what I'm saying? And was kind of happy to give me the information because, I had to hound them. They didn't think I was serious. Till I put out my little black book, said, look, I'm writing this shit down. Come on now. Well, Geneva Brown was the roughest, you know what I'm saying? My grandma Margaret Ellis, she sat right down and started telling me this shit. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, people would tell me stuff. But meanwhile, Lord have mercy. All right. Shouts out to meanwhile. Right? Boom. Future generations. Boom. We got off on the sidetrack. Now we lift up our glass to all our relations and we say, Ashe. From there, we'll move on to you. You can't save the world with an empty cup. So, family, what is it that you need? I'm lifting my glass up to you. It's your toast. Selfish toast time. Come on now. Come on now. This glass is getting heavy. Get it out. Come on. I can't wait to drink this. Come on. Come on. You got it? I say. From there, family, where do we go? We go, and I'm going to toast the most powerful, inspiring, uplifting, in some cases life-giving and life-taking individual in the room, the greatest, most spectacular, magnanimous. I'm trying to improve my vocabulary. Person on the planet in the room right now. You know what that is? That's you. Let me say it again. That's you. You, right? We lift up the glass to you and we say, Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Family, let's get it done because our children are dependent on us. All right. So this is Brother Hatem. I want to thank y'all for giving me a few of your minutes. Exactly a little bit over 40 minutes. Thank you for attending the toast. Hopefully I haven't slowed you down too much. Get out and get it. Let's build it. Let's build it. All right. I may be coming to a city near you sometime soon. Brother Kwame say one love. Of course, he probably got something else on there. Probably trying to hide from the ladies right now since he done gave them the cold part of the year. Hand wash my brother. What that mean? Somebody put hand wash my brother. I don't know what that means. Hand wash. Hand wash. What did I talk about? Gye-Nyame Journey, what you mean by hand wash? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. That's that truth. It's gonna move through me fast. Mm-mm-mm. Feel my blood perking up and moving. Family, y'all got to learn how to brew. Y'all got to learn how to brew. Oh, my fault. Ferment. I do the ferment. Yeah, I do that. Ooh, hand wash. Yeah, I could do that. I mean, we in modern times. I forgot all about that shit. I forgot that you can. Ain't that something? I forgot that I can. I can hand wash. I'm thinking shit. I done had a washer so long. I'm like, damn, hand washing. Okay, I can do that. Maybe. I'm gonna go get a washer. We getting a washer, goddamn it. I'm just letting y'all know. I'm getting a washer, or getting it fixed, one or the other. But we ain't that this only a small bump. And there's only a small little bit of fertilizer that's been sprinkled on my path. Mm. Hey. And also, those of you that have cameras and a sense of humor, you know what I'm saying? Some of the shit in your life that you want to start seeing as fertilizer, post it up. Post it up, hashtag fertilizer. You know what I'm saying? Some of those people get on your nerves, hashtag fertilizer. Some of those places that get on your nerves, hashtag fertilizer. You know what I'm saying? Get this. I don't have a scrub board, but maybe I might need to get me a scrub board, right? Maybe I might. I mean, just in case, right? But if it go down, I won't need a scrub board anyway, right? That was a lemon seed. All right, family. This is Brother Hatem. I am out. All right, Spreaker. I want to apologize for the signals dropping on y'all at first. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for the trust. Y'all have a great morning, great day, grand day, magnificent. All right, peace out.